Good morning. Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. Sorry, my screen is a little off. I have to switch. Never mind. Tech issues. Say good morning in the comments. As you hop on, I'll just get us up and running over here so that I can see your comments and we can chat as we create this morning. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try again. So how's everyone doing on this Saturday morning? Welcome to Bailey's and Tea Saturday. It is August the 1st. Where in the heck did July go? Is anybody feeling that the same as me? All right, there we are. Don't interrupt us. I just had an internet interruption. Okay. I think we're good. Cross our fingers, everyone. Okay. So it is nice, hot, and sunny here this morning. So cheers with my giant mug of water because we're gonna need it today. Hopefully it is beautiful wherever you are. And I think with the hot weather that we're having, at least in my neck of the woods, the set that we're gonna use today is kind of appropriate. We are going to play, sorry, I have stuff all over my desk here, so let me find everything. We're going to play with the Cheers and Sips. Now the bundle, I think, is called something else. Well, let me look here. Celebratory Sips Sweet Collection, which came out in the May online exclusive. So we are, as if you tune in on a regular basis, we're kind of backtracking some of the product that came out and introducing some of the new. So we played not last week, but the week before with, if you haven't gone back, the videos should still be there. They're there for 30 days. We played with the Party Piggy bundle and the Pop and Buy bundle. Sorry, the dogs are giving their 2 cents on things. So those were fun, and those were also from those online exclusives. Now, I haven't been into the website in the last little bit here to have a little look around and see what is still active, but as far as I know, those are still available. And the Sweet Today, I don't know, there may be parts of it that are not available, but for the most part, the stamp set for sure is. So let's flip you around and we'll get started on the card and showing you all kinds of fun stuff that is coming up. Before I flip you, I'll just get all that in front of me and then I won't have to reach out and you won't get dizzy with my reaching around. Okay, there we go. So we're all set. Let's flip you around. Oh, that thing is moved. Hang on. I gotta find the button to do so. Ah, there it is. Okay, here we go. I'll just slide you close and flip you and move you down. All right, you probably saw some of the stuff we're doing today over to the side there. Okay. So our winner from the Pop and Buy card is Holly. Congratulations, Holly. And I've been getting some messages that, I'm just going to slide you down just a smidge more. I've been getting some messages that the online, or not the online exclusives, my catalog launch prizes stuff that I did finally get mailed out, and I apologize and I thank you for your patience, has been arriving and people are getting that. So Holly, this card will be in the mail this week to you. So congrats. Paper Pumpkin, if you saw at the top of my page, is active until the 11th. I don't know why this says the 10th. I guess it's like midnight-ish. Is active, the Farmhouse Florals. Now, this is the only graphic that they gave us, so you can see it's got a little teapot. The colors in it are Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Gray Granite, Lost Lagoon, Pecan Pie, I apologize, and Secret Sea, which will be the stamp spot that comes in it. And it looks like lots of fun. And you can still get these little add-on dies that go with the 3 months. So if you got the strawberry kit last month, you're going to have a little strawberry in here. This month, I think the hello and the circle go with it, but I'm not positive. Could be the flower as well. And then with next month's, I'm assuming the leaves and the acorn match with that one. So, but we'll start to see samples, I'm sure, once the kits come out and everybody gets them in their hot little hands. And then I want to pre-warn you so that you can stock up, although these are not really Christmassy colors, and I don't know about you, but I'm totally into doing Christmas cards right now. But also have to remember that it's not Christmas season yet. But there is a sale on all the in color products, or anything that has in color in it, I believe. I haven't read all the instructions on it either, but I will post this. But it's coming, so mark your calendars that it's coming August the 5th, and it'll run through till the end of the month, and it will be on in color product, which a lot of those colors are in the product that we're using today, which is kind of fun, right? So let's have a look at it. So cheers in sips. Here's the stamp set. Of course, it's fun fruits and vegetables, and you know how to make your drink. And it's got these great little sentiments. So I love little tiny sentiments because they just make it so that you can build it. Like you can build a sentence almost out of all of them. So they're kind of fun. And then there's like a little line that you can use to make background images, and then there's a little stick, of course, that you can build your fruit and your olives and stuff like that on. And then it has matching dies that go with it that cut out most of the shapes. You've got the umbrella, you've got most of the fruit, it looks like there, and then you've got the glass shapes, so the two that are in there, and then you have this one that embosses. Now I probably should have, here, let me just quickly run it through my machine and I'll show you. It is actually very similar to the, oh, I haven't used it yet, so it's stuck down. It's very similar to the, I'm just going to use this so you can see the embossing folders that go with it. So you'll see it's kind of got that pattern on it. So it is very similar. I'm going to run it through my machine right now and I can show you. And then this comes in a 2-pack because there's those minis, and that's usually how they come. And then you've got this beautiful floral one, which is absolutely gorgeous. So let's run this through really quickly here, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Let me grab, let's just do it on Timid Tiger and see what that looks like. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but you know, time constraints. Here it is. Isn't that fun? That would make like a great like border background too, that you could just do a whole bunch of them, just line them up and do them on your whole background piece. So that is the fun piece that comes for the cup, but you can also make and then cut this out and make a tall, sort of like one of those vintage glasses, right? Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's that. That's the embossing folders. Then there's this beautiful ribbon. It's shiny and gold and sheer, and it ties amazing bows, which is very important to all of us, right? Let me make it look pretty. Kinda, sorta. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? This is a great ribbon. It is called gold striped mesh ribbon, I believe. Let me grab my thing here. Oh, no, just gold striped 3/8, and you get 10 yards. So that is that beautiful ribbon. We'll just put that to the side. We'll put that to the side. And then you get these holographic resin dots, which are also part of this whole entire suite. Are those not fun? And of course you can color them with your blends to change the color of them. These will be great for Christmas cards as well. So start stocking up now, friends, because these things are, people are going to think the same thing as me. Everybody's getting into holiday card mode, and these things are going to start selling out. So you need to stock up on them now. Now let me put this close by because I'm probably going to need it. And then also in the catalog, there is sort of a complimentary set that goes with the scrapbooking kit, because there is one of those as well that go with this suite. There is this gorgeous stamp set as well. So, and it's got a lot of little greetings as well, which is great, that you can add to the tags and the little banner and stuff like that. So you've got some options there, which we'll probably incorporate that into the cards that we're doing today. And then lastly, let's show you the paper, and then we can get into making our card. So in this suite, we've got Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, I'm almost done, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. You got the whole gamut here. Look at this. Isn't this fun? You can cut all these out, even the little flowers that are in between, or separate the little fruits, whatever you want. It's just so fun Then you've got this great sort of blackberry bliss floral pattern on the back. We've got this gorgeous one. I love this one. We're going to use it on the card today because I love it so much. And then you've got a nice timid tiger stripe on the back. You've got this fun fruit one that you can cut out all the little fun fruits out of. Now this one's different than one I'm going to show you here in a minute, where these are kind of muted and watercolored down the fruits, as opposed to the one I'll show you in a minute. But it's lots of fun. And then you've got a lovely secret C with a, I don't know if you can see the pattern very well on the camera though. There we go. Kind of like a dot and stripe sort of lined pattern. So it's kind of fun. This one I think I've shown you before in a card. It's lovely floral, and you can cut out the little leaves and stuff like that. They left you enough white space around that you can cut out a lot of the stuff. And then we've got a lovely green sort of stripe on the back. So this is the piece that I'm talking about that has the more like pop of color fruits and stuff like that that you can cut out, as opposed to this one where they're sort of muted. So you kind of get the option. And look at all the little goodies that you can fussy cut out of this. So if you like to fussy cut, this is a perfect paper pack for you. And you've got a fun, we've used this one on the party piggies because of course it goes, right? It's pink. And then we've got this beautiful one that has sort of this star sort of glass. It's almost like that little cutout that we just did, right? Or the embossing folder. It's kind of got that pattern in the secret, or in the cloud cover, sorry. And then this fun one, of course, is designed by the artisan to cut out your glasses with enough white space to sort of make it look like you, so you can either have a full glass, but you want to have a little bit of white space to make it look like your glass is sort of, obviously like got a line and a definition that it is an actual glass of liquid, or you can stamp on here and then you can cut them out with your dies afterwards. So you've got the option. Both of the glass shapes work. You'll see that one, like obviously that one you'd have to move around to get it, otherwise you'd have it like that, but you can do what you like. And then you have little ice cubes, of course, in your stamp set to add into that, emboss them, make them look like really funky and cool, right? So you've got some options there. Another tip that I just learned at a stamp camp, and you will see, is to use these as, if you don't like the shape and making a glass and all that fussiness, you can make like a little tag, so you can tuck it in behind. Actually, let me find the card and I'll show you. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so this is one of the cards that I made at the stamp camp. You can cut it in half, which is what this one is. We just cut out that whole shape, and then we just tucked it in behind. And that creates like a little tab as well. And you can use these on your scrapbook pages or on your cards or whatever. So that's another way to use these great little sort of images. And if you don't want to fussy cut them out, then, or you have to fussy cut them out, obviously. There isn't a die, I don't think. Although, you know, as I say that, you could use this large one, cut out the large, I don't know if I have a large one here, cut out a large one here like that, and then cut it in half and use the little banner however you want. So you can actually you don't have to fussy cut them all out. You can use that die if you have the die set. So that's an idea, to use these little scrap pieces and those little pieces of paper that you may not know what to do with. So today, I based today's card off of the piggy one that I showed you in the Wednesday's extras, because I thought it was a great idea to use less cardstock for your base and also use up your designer series paper. So I thought this was brilliant. So it just has a little belly band, and I'm showing you the piggy one here, and then we're going to recreate it with the Cheers and Sips bundle. But you just open it up, and then you've got a lovely little piggy that says happy birthday to you, right? So he's kind of hidden in behind. And then you can add an extra piece to stamp and add more of your sentiment greeting or whatever. Or you can just leave it where you've just got that little piece on the inside that you can add it onto. You can also, of course, elaborate and decorate all these little panels as well if you like. But it's a great way to use up designer series paper, which I know if you're a hoarder like me, we all have that problem, right? Put it in the comments, hands up in the comments, if you agree that we hoard too much paper? Do I have anybody watching out there? I don't see any comments. So if you are commenting and I'm not responding, I apologize. The internet is being weird today. So we are going to start. Let's get our little pile here. We're going to start with a base. So you're only using like a quarter of a sheet, right? So you can make 4 cards out of this using 2 pieces of designer series paper. You are going to need a card base that's 5.5 by 4 1/4, and that is peach pie that I've picked. My DSP, I chose that fun pattern with the timid tiger on the back, that floral pattern. You're going to need a piece that's 12 by 5 1/4. Okay, we are going to then score it at 4. I've already done it. 7 and 10. And then it's just going to fold up. So you decide which piece of the paper you want, which side you want showing once you've folded it. And I mean, you can also do it this way, right? So you can have it open this way for a left-handed person, or you can have it open this way for a right-handed person, and you can choose which side of the paper you want. So that's the beauty of this card design, is that you can choose what side of the paper that you want, right? You can, this is optional, have your 4 by 5 1/4 piece to go on the back to add you extra room to leave a sentiment. You need a band of paper. Now, I've measured mine a little bit long. I noticed in this one too, it overlapped quite a bit. Well, this one didn't, but the other one did. When you're using up just scraps, sometimes they don't always go around. So that does show you that you can hide the fact that your piece may have been a little bit short. But this one I did measure at 1 by 9 inches. And then I've just got some fun layering pieces. So I've brought in, tell me who bought these dies just for these giant ovals. Hands up, hands up. So I've got one of those. And then I've taken just some old layering circle dies because I have them. They are retired, but you may have punches or something like that. I believe this one is 2 1/4-ish. And this one would be 2 inches, and they're just going to layer on top of each other. So I've just got that in basic white and the, oh, what is that color? Strawberry Slush. And then from the lovely retired Happy Little Things dies that have these cute little banners, which I love to pair up with these small little sentiments. They're just perfect. This, I don't know what size this is, but that's where I've got this little banner from, out of Timid Tiger. Okay, so let's build this card because it's super quick and it's adorable. So I've chosen to use my floral pattern as the main top and have that Timid Tiger showing afterwards. So we're just going to attach our DSP down. Make sure we center that. Okay. Got it down, and then it's just going to open like that, or it can open the other way if you choose. That is your decision. Okay. And then we are going to build our little inner circle here. Just grab a piece of paper to stamp on. So this is where I'm going to bring in that companion set. So that's Celebrate Together, because I want to use this little floral pattern because I love it so much. And it fills a lot of space and doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Now I am going to be a little strange, and this will come together later on and make sense to you, but I'm going to use cloud cover. Now you do not see cloud cover anywhere in this paper right at the moment, but wait. Okay, just bear with me. We'll stamp this and decorate just the bottom here. There's a reason to my madness of why I want to tie in this color, and I'm actually just going to do it on the bottom of this back layer because I will add that too, because I think the person who, when you comment and I draw names to win the card from what we created today, would appreciate the extra space to give that sentiment to their friend. Okay, so we'll just put that aside, and then we are going to build, oops, I probably need some white. Hang on, I gotta grab a scrap of white. We need to stamp on, and I like to build words, so there we go. Got a little strip here. So we want to build a little inside here. So let's look at what we've got. I know I'm going to use What a Day, or there's It's Your Day in the actual stamp set if you don't have the companion one. So let's stamp this little banner first, actually. I want to use What a Day on that one. I did kind of plan this out in my brain ahead of time, but you know, I am kind of winging it today. Okay, and then because my new favorite substitute to black is Secret C, I'm going to bring that one in. And I'm going to stamp it more to the right hand side in case I want to fill in with little goodies or cutouts or something like that, hint hint, in a minute here. So we'll just put that up there. Hint hint, I may be doing that in a second. Okay, so let's build this. So we want to say What a Day. We want to sort of make this a happy birthday card, I think, right? I think so. So let's do the Let's Celebrate. Now it is small, so if you do have something else that's a little bit bigger, you may want to use that. If you're giving it to someone, you know, who's a little bit of seeing impaired or something, this is a little tiny greeting, so it's really hard to see. But we're going to use Let's Celebrate and stamp it here. Okay. And then we're going to bring in our cheers. But my cheers, now I don't know if my white paper is thick enough. Oh, it might be. Hang on. Ooh, just. Okay, we're going to bring this in and we're going to like pop it up. So I think, because no one's there talking to me, I think I'm going to do this in Strawberry Slush. Look at me go. I tell you about an in color sale here, and then I'm using like all the in colors. So giving you a reminder of how fun and colorful and wonderful they are. Unintentionally planned on that. So we're just going to cut this cheers, and I'm just going to cut it down so that I can layer it in here. Now I like to do that so that it pops out and gives a little bit of interest to whatever the word might be. If you wanted to do, say, like a happy birthday or something like that, I'm trying to stick to, you know, the cheers and sips set. But if you wanted to say happy birthday instead or something like that, you could do that. So let's just do that, and then we've built our inside. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're just going to put that down there, so then that's dealt with. And you want to kind of keep in mind, we do sort of want to see a little bit of that circle. So you can sort of center it. This one, obviously, when I made the little piggy one, I had to be careful that he wasn't sticking out over the edge, because I kind of wanted him to be a surprise of when you opened it, you saw him. So just keep in mind what you're building on the inside, and when you fold that little flap over, what you're going to see, okay? We might as well put this down too. I'm just going to leave this with the flowers on it. Whoever receives this card can do what they wish. You may want to add your happy birthday back here, whatever you want to do. I'll leave it as is so that person who wins it can decide. And then we're going to take our banner. So we're just going to wrap this around, because this kind of holds the paper down for you too. Probably get that out of our way as well. And we are going to just lightly fold this. Actually, 9 inches is perfect. So don't make it shorter than me, like I did on the piggy one. And then we're just going to use a little tiny piece of tear and tape. Let's put it on this end so I can actually see it, and you can see it as well. So just like that, and then it will glue together. You can use your seal there, but the tear and tape is like the exact size. Now you don't want to make this too tight, because you want to be able to slide this off, right? So make sure that you do not do it too tight. Test it maybe before you seal it down, so that you know that it's not going to jam up on somebody as they try to open it, okay? So there, we've built that. So now let's go ahead and build our little accent piece. We're just going to seal these two down together, just like that. We're going to take our little banner that we've already stamped, and we're going to add that, but we're going to put a little bit of linen thread on the back of it, because you know I love my linen thread. Now we do have like a fun sort of thin, maybe actually, hang on, I'm going to change my mind. It did retire, but I love it. That thin gold thread, which was an online exclusive as well. Oops, I'm grabbing at the wrong bin here. But we do have baker's twine and all kinds of fun stuff. This stuff, do you guys remember this? This is kind of like my metallic linen thread that I love. I think this will bring a nice little pop to it. So if you have this in your stash or something, you could also take the ribbon that I showed you, because it's thin enough and it does have, you know, some division in between those little lines. You could also take and cut this down if you wanted. I know not everybody loves to do that. And also use your ribbon that way. So we're going to kind of double this up. I might have stockpiled a bit of this gold thread. I'm hoping, I don't remember seeing, I've been able to preview the mini catalog for the holiday stuff already, and I don't recall seeing any thread. I know there's some baker's twine coming, some different colored baker's twine, and there is one that is like mixed, a white and a black one mixed with gold, so those would work too, the white with the gold in it. That actually would be perfect for this as well. So that is coming in the online exclusive, so hint, hint, hint. I don't know if we're allowed to drop hints, but you know, I'm not actually showing it to you, so I think I could tell you about it. Okay, who's excited for the holiday catalog? It's always so much fun when the holiday stuff comes out. Okay, so we're just going to kind of put that in the middle, just like that. Now you're going to see where I'm going to bring in that cloud cover. It's on the umbrella in one of these little pieces that I cut out of the designer series paper. So let me just grab that sheet, bring it back to you here. It's right here. So I've just grabbed one of those little drinks out of this sheet so that I could put it on here. So that's where the cloud cover came from, and that's why I'm having to tie that in so that it all kind of makes sense and works together. So what I want to do is sort of put my little drink here, I think, and I'm actually going to use some Tombow, and I'm just going to put it on the edge of my banner there so that I can just stick this down. Yeah, that gold really makes it pop, eh? Look, isn't that fun? Now you can kind of, I probably should raise it up a little bit here because I do have a second one that I want to put down. So there we go, we've got that in place. Now because that one had like a little cherry, there was another little glass that had a little cherry, and you can kind of see little faint ice cubes in there. So I wanted to add that one in here too, and now I might put it on that side. So what I'm going to do is, oh, good morning, Glenda. You must have slept in. You're excited. I'm excited too. My list is not super long because I'm trying to be a little bit more choosy about what I buy. If that's even a word. But you know me, you guys, come on. I always end up with 95% of the catalog. So, but my first off list is pretty subdued, I would say. So I've also, let me just jump out here. I've cut out some lemons, some strawberries, some flowers, and so we're just going to kind of pick what we want to use. I've pre-cut all those out so that you don't have to be bored watching me do that. And I did intentionally cut out some cloud cover flowers so that I could kind of bring that cloud cover in the game too. And some of these lemons you will see are obviously from the edge of the paper, and you can use these too. Just tuck them in behind things. Okay. Are you saying wow to the fact that my list is short, Glenda? Is yours a mile long? I mean, that's just one pass through. Things that really grabbed me. I immediately, actually, hang on 2 seconds. I am going to cut into one of the segments of the lime here. Or not a lime, it's a lemon. And kind of put that over the top of my glass. This is a little finicky. You do not have to do what I'm doing. But it gives you that extra effect of almost that you made it. Well, have to honestly say, lately, my list for online exclusive is a lot longer than my list out of a catalog. But don't take that the wrong way, and that there's nothing in the catalog that is good. It's just, I don't know, maybe my preferences and my design styles changed, maybe. I'm not sure. But the online exclusives are really speaking to me. I know these are tiny, so they may not be for everybody. So there, we'll tie in some more cloud cover so that this all makes sense, right? And I don't know that I'm going to use, should I use another lemon? Let's use this other one. What do you think? Should we tuck, or maybe I should tuck it down below? Should we tuck a little lemon right there too? What do you think, Glenda? I think you're the only one out there, so you give me your opinion. Or should we put a little flower, a little pink flower? You give me your opinion on that. Your design style. While I tidy up a little bit so that I can show you all the extras. Give me a second to organize my desk. I may have a list or two. Yes, we did drag in that retired, beautiful, because I stockpiled it, gold thread, which I call it my gold linen thread, because you know I love my linen thread. That's where that gold thread came from. But as I said, I don't know if you were on yet, you could cut this down, this ribbon that comes in this suite, down to, you know, a fairly thin element and add that too. No opinion? Okay, I'll go with the lemon. You're probably only half paying attention to me. You're still waking up, right, Glenda? Okay. It's early there. Let's tuck this right under here. Oh, you're having internet problems too? Oh, I asked if we should put the lemon there or a pink flower, but I chose the lemon. So we can move on and see some extras. Okay. I don't want to keep you all day, and we actually are over time. So let's attach this. Let's grab our beautiful, if I can find them here, our beautiful dots. Let's apply some of those and then look at some of the extras. Okay, so little holographic dot there. Ooh. Little one there, or medium size, I should say. And I'm going to put one in there like that. So we've got our front done. Now this will slide off. Then it will open up. And I am going to add a few on the inside as well, just because we can. Okay. This will probably bulk up the postage of whoever wins this card. And when I mail it out to you, but that's okay. So there, and there's our front. And then the person, you can stamp whatever. We can stamp a happy birthday back there, whatever you want to do. So this is a great card to just use a single layer of cardstock for your base, and then use up some designer series paper. Fun, right? Okay, so let's look at some of the extras that I did in my stamp camps, because they are super fun. So I showed you this one already. So I did a stamp camp recently with Brenda and Trisha. They're having another one in October the 4th, so if you're interested. They haven't released what set we're going to use yet, but if you want some details, let me know. So that's using that piece of paper that has those big blotchy images on it, using this one as a tag, and then stamping out those and cutting out the glasses with the stamp set and that paper. And then I added it, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, I added a big bit of Wink of Stella to make it look like the glass, and roughing up the outside, making it look a little rough, and then there's just some strawberries in there. So that's a cute one. Here's another one, a great idea with the designer series paper and using almost a full panel of it for your inside, using a little strip that you might have left over for the panel on the front, and then using, of course, that lovely oval again from the Impression of Bloom dies. And isn't that fun? There you will see the embossed layer, and then it just opens up, which you saw, if I can get my finger under it, and uses some of the cutouts from the paper as well. So not a lot of stamping going on other than our strawberry and our lemon and our sentiment, but it uses a lot of the paper and fussy cutting. So helps you to use up that designer series paper, right? And here's a cute little one that's all in the bubble bath and fresh freesia using that beautiful purpley paper. So fun, right? Doesn't it make you want to just run out and get a little cocktail? A little refreshing drink. And then these beautiful ones were done by Trisha. So this one I love. She just blew this one out of the park. We did like a crumpling technique with that two-tone paper. She's very shabby style, which is kind of my style as well. So I just love it. Now it looks very like nice, purpley, subtle, clean, simple on the outside. And bam, look at the inside. So another great way to use up a larger piece of your paper. And she's just got a great place on the top here to write your sentiment and stuff like that, and then to add a gift card, a little pocket out of just some scraps of paper. We fussy cut a lot of the stuff out of the paper, which is okay because you want to use that up, right? Sometimes you just don't know what to do with it. And so this is a great way to use up and embellish. Isn't that so pretty? And then here is that beautiful embossing folder that I just did on the envelope. Here's another one that Trisha did. This is a fun little one. I think she got the design from Heidi Collins, but I just love it. So it opens up like this, and there's that two-tone paper with the roughed up embossing folder, and then it's just got a little simple place to add your greeting. But isn't that fun? And this is just fussy cutting out of that purple paper, some of the elements there to decorate. And then just using a banner for your greeting, using multi-stamping that little tiny greeting. And then one other thing that Trisha did was made this little kind of like a book fold matchbook sort of looking style thing. And we just decorated with whatever we wanted to on the outside. And because it was Timid Tiger, I obviously pulled that sort of that color in. But this just slides off and it says cheers underneath, or you could say happy birthday or something like that. And then when you open it up, it's got a little pocket that holds like little drink mixes. So these are Margaritaville ones. I drink the pina colada one all the time. I don't like just plain water. And then just, of course, using the elements out of the paper again and cutting those out. And then the belly band just slides back on. It's so cute. I love it. Isn't that cute? You can carry these around in your purse and just hand them out to people. If you want to promote your business, there you go. If you are a business person for Stampin' Up. And then there'll be some extras on Wednesday. And then there will also be, I have 3 scrapbook pages that I made for, we made 2 in the event, and then I made another one for another event. So I will share those tomorrow. And, oh, another little thing I have sitting to the side. This is our little gifty in our package. Isn't this cute? It's like a little drink pouch. So if you're having a party, and of course you're going to use your Stampin' Up stuff to create some little goodies for it, this is a cute idea. They just got them off of Amazon, and then they just built a little tag, of course using the alphabet dies for everybody, and attached it to the front. It's so cute. I love it. So even these 2 together, you could do these as your little party favors. Love it, right? Okay, I've shared enough with you today. Gave you some inspiration with this suite, the Cheers and Sips or Celebratory Sips suite. I don't have all the stuff in front of me, but this is what the stamp set looks like again, if you've forgotten, and all the goodies that go with it. It's still available in the online exclusive in my store, and you can shop all the products, or most of the products that we made the card with today. So make sure if you're on the replay to comment in the comments that you were here and which card you love. And I'll send the love on to Brenda or Trisha if it's one of the extras that I've shared. And someone will win this card in the mail. And the one that we drew, Holly, yours will be in the mail this week from 2 weeks ago. All right, take care. Enjoy your Saturday. I hope it's sunny where you are, like me, and you get to get out and get a little vitamin D in your system. All right, take care, everybody. I will schedule out the next Baileys and Teas. I'm just doing my last assignment. As soon as I finish here with you, I'm going to do it. And then I'll have a little more normal of a schedule going on. And we'll start on Christmas. All right, everybody, take care. Paper hugs. I'll see you soon.